YouTube, another week, another video. And first of all, thank you for participating in the poll. I really appreciate your feedback and I always try to read and follow your comments. That being said, today we're not gonna talk about Frostbite and Duelist because I'm still unsure if the build combination is doing both guns a favor. I spent a few hours already experimenting and it's gonna take a little longer to find a good recommendation. However, since you guys wanted to know about this topic anyway, it's time for another meta update on Witchfire. And this time I'll start with a beginner build, which transitions into a late game build. So please give me a moment to explain, but if you want to skip the intro, find the timestamp in the description. The start in Witchfire can be quite punishing, and the biggest hardship is to get your hands on the level 2 incantations. So then you can proceed to Gnosis 2 for the additional research and especially your first heavy spell. For me, the best way was to farm the Warden with Hypnosis. You look for the Warden, check an angle, peek out, shoot the head, then hide again. Count until 2, then repeat. The Warden will not spot you if you follow that. Then the very first incantation that you farm will be put into the upgrade of Hypnosis, because that charged shot will let you farm the Warden with ease. In order to spawn the Warden, you need to upgrade to Gnosis 1. This will also unlock Velmorn, but Velmorn doesn't do us any good at the beginning, so we just ignore that for this second. Once you got your loadout done, you can farm the Vault on the Island of the Damned, which will be a little bit difficult due to the sanity traps. But if you watch my video on it, it's gonna be easy for you, and both Hypnosis and Echo will kill the enemies with ease. And to make your life even easier, start with the Shadow class, because this will give you Painted Tooth. Then proceed to Gnosis 2 to get your hands on Striga, and enjoy the rest of the game. But before we talk about that combo, I'm gonna talk about a build I cannot recommend enough. A build that will be forever in my heart, and that is something you might not expect. But it's one of my all-time classics, refreshed with Nemesis. I'm talking about Hunger, the first gun we had to play back in the OG 0.1 times, and an absolute single-target beast. But the real dopeness comes from the combination of Hunger and Nemesis with Ice Stiletto. This might be surprising, but it is one of the funniest, craziest and strongest light spells in the game, even though a lot of people seem to not like it, maybe even hate on it. But if you select your beats right and have a little bit of spell recharge, I'm sitting on 40 witchery right now myself, you have an infinite amount of spell recharges. If you combine that with the right prophecies, and the combination of fire, water and the Dead Ice prophecy is simply crazy, in the very best case you get critical burn, shattered soul and fire orbs. And if you have any combination like that, well, critical burn is actually all you need, you will melt through the maps. In my run, I didn't get critical burn, but cascade. That is more or less the same, because you got 5 seconds of crits after casting a spell. And since Ice Stiletto almost recharges in an instant, you will simply always crit. It's phenomenal. If you then add the Conjurer Incense, which restores health on spellcasting, you're almost invulnerable. Have a look at that. As soon as the first enemy dies, Fire Orb with Ice Stiletto will cause a lot of explosions and the camps will almost clear themselves. The beauty of Ice Stiletto is that if you don't have Burning Stake active, you will buy a lot of time to kill the enemies. The beauty of Ice Stiletto lies in the long freeze duration. Bladesmen, which are quite dangerous because of the lightning attack, elite enemies like this crossbowman, and even warrior priests can't attack you at all. It will buy you all the time you need to take out the highest threat and nuke the rest of the pack. The next fight doesn't even show high skill of mine. I'm overly aggressive, but the combo still carries me through the encounter. And last but not least, the Dimacher doesn't stand a chance against me. And again, I'm not even trying hard. I mean, just look at the distance of that freeze. You can't do that with Frost Cone. So I really prefer Ice Stiletto over Frost Cone. Frost Cone is very decent and nice if you're like in a close combat. For example, with Echo. But usually, I prefer Ice Stiletto. And even if you miscast, Ice Stiletto will be recharged because of its Mysteria. I cannot recommend it enough. Please give it a try for yourself and let me know in the comments how you like Ice Stiletto. And if you have any other combination that works better than Ice Stiletto with Hunger and Nemesis. I can't imagine you find any better combination than that. Look at the freeze duration of that elite enemy. Ice Stiletto buys me all the time I need to kill the other elite enemies and all the dangerous ranged enemies while he's still being frozen. Now, if you don't charge into the shots, you won't even lose health. If you don't play it as aggressively as I did, what shall the enemies do? They can't do anything. It's so easy. Just pay a little bit of attention and enjoy your Shattered Soul, the stuns from it. Everything is just nice. Please pay attention to the Dimacher's health bar after this first cast of Ice Stiletto. And since I have Cascade, every shot from Hunger will be a crit. Again, I'm not even trying hard, and look at the spell recharge of Ice Stiletto. With the damage that it does with Shattered Soul, it will be instantly recharged and you will have your charges available at any time. This is simply overly powerful. Let's get back to the beginning and continue with our starter build. With Striga and Echo in our hands, let's continue with one of the strongest builds you can play right now. Even though Striga saw a major nerf with the latest hotfix, it's still a strong gun and worth picking up. Yes, now you can swap it out for Hypnosis or Frostbite, since Striga is not brokenly OP anymore, but nevertheless, it's always a good pick. I pair it with an all-time classic, Stake Ball. It almost feels like a cheat code, and the following gameplay will tell. I charge in and almost got killed, because this build feels so strong that you might forget to take care and watch your health. With 2 charges of Lightning Ball, the explosions of Burning Stake and Echo, the high damage of Striga, no enemy stands a chance against you. So be warned, be cautious, because after a few camps you might become a little too motivated and engaged. This is now the fight you saw in the intro. And pay attention, it's 2 camps close to each other. And see how fast I'm taking those camps down with the combination of Burning Stake and Stormball. Striga does the rest and triggers the explosions for Burning Stake. It is simply just love. And as I said before, since it's so powerful, you can play overly aggressive, but you gotta be a little aware of your surroundings, because being so unaware almost got me killed here. The townswoman charged me from behind. I didn't pay attention because I was just focusing on the kills. But have a look at the next example. How fast do you want to clear an area? This is just wild. And now look at that Ascended elite enemy. He doesn't stand a chance. Beautiful. And in this next encounter, I don't even have to use too many bullets. That was 2 shots from Echo. Place Burning Stake, Stormball. 1 more shot. This is 3, 4, 5, 6 shells, and the whole camp was cleared. It's crazy. And even the High Executioner, well, with a little bit of dancing around and dashing his attacks. I even have time to reload the gun, no problem at all. Gone. Well, can it get better than that? That's it for today's video. I really hope you liked it. Please do me a favor, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below to spread the word about the video and my channel. As always guys, have a good one.